Give the call to the honourable member for Canberra.
Thank you, Speaker. My question is to the Minister representing the Minister for Women. How will Labor's tax cuts benefit Australian women, and why is it important to have women in the room when governments make these decisions? What happens when women are not included?
Give the call to the order. Give the call to the Minister representing the Minister for Women.
Thank you very much, Mr Speaker. And can I thank the member for Canberra very much for her question and for her continuous advocacy for policies that benefit Australian women. In just a little over 3 months, Labor's tax cuts for all Australians will be delivered, helping with the cost of living for all taxpayers, but particularly for women. Our plan will see Australian women taxpayers on average receive a tax cut of $1,649 from the 1st of July, and it will see a bigger tax cut for 90% of Australian women taxpayers who will receive an additional average tax cut of $707. That's 5.8 million women receiving a bigger tax cut, and that matters. It matters that we have women in the room making those decisions to ensure that we have these policies that actually benefit Australia's women. That tax cut equates to a boost of over 630,000 additional hours per week worked by women. That is what happens when we sit around the cabinet table, when women are pre-selected and when they have a party room where women are in the majority. Delivering for women is in Labor's DNA. That's why we've delivered paid parental leave reforms. It's why we're so focused on closing the gender pay gap across Australia. It's why we want women's retirement income, making sure paid parental leave is paid, superannuation is paid on paid parental leave, so that women's retirement incomes are not affected by their time out of the workforce having children. These things matter. And all of these things are issues that the Liberal and National Party, frankly, have been absolutely incapable of doing. And you have to wonder, is that because of their inability to pre-select women and have women in the party room?
Order.
Senator Hume.
Do you think two's a big number?
Two's a big number. Two.
Do you think two's a big
The Minister will pause. The Deputy Leader on a point of order.
Point of order on relevance, Mr Speaker. The practice is clear. Ministers can be asked about matters within their own portfolio, not the affairs of political parties and not other political parties' actions or purported actions.
Order. Leader of the House.
Mr Speaker, there's two sections of the standing orders. One goes to what can be asked and then what goes to what can be part of an answer. The Deputy Leader is correct when she says that those particular issues can't be part of the wording of a question. Once the question's asked, and this question had the final part, what happens when women are not included, the question then is the answer relevant to those words? And I'd put that what's being said by the Minister now is completely relevant to a question that was ruled in order.
The question contained what happens when women are not in the room, so I'm just going to make sure the Minister is being relevant rather than just an attack on any other party, to make sure she is within the standing orders.
So when women are not in the room, these decisions don't get made. And we had Senator Hume in her review of the Liberals' 2022 election campaign. She found that the Liberal Party has the lowest number of Liberal women in their parliamentary ranks since 1993. Yet when faced with the opportunity to do something about this, to pre-select a woman in the seat of Goldstein, currently held by a very strong and accomplished woman, guess what? They went for the same bloke who lost the seat last time. In South Australia, when given the choice between a female shadow cabinet member and a far-right conspiracy theorist, what do? They choose the conspiracy theorist. In Western Sydney, the Leader of the Opposition has had to come in.
The Minister will pause. We've already had one point of order on relevance. I'm just going to call the Deputy Leader of the Opposition.
Mr Speaker, I simply seek your ruling as to whether the Minister, having heard your previous remarks and then departed completely into the territory that she just did, is in order with her answer. I seek your ruling.
Well, I'll just give the Minister one more chance because, order, she wasn't asked about any other parties in her question. She was asked about women in the room. So the remainder of her answer won't be about any other political party. It will be about the importance, as she believes, of women in the room, not simply an attack on any other political party or any part of the chamber. She has the call.
seem to have a bit of a glass jaw about this issue, Mr Speaker. I wonder why.
Order.
I wonder why.
Order. Order. Members on my left, the member for Gippsland will cease interjecting. Order.
Thank you very much, Mr Speaker. I wonder why they are so sensitive about this issue. We on this side of the House know that it matters having women in the Cabinet room.
Order.
We know that it matters having women in our party room. We know that it matters having majority women in government because that means the decisions that we make, paid parental leave, improving childcare, making sure we've got good retirement
Order.
incomes
The
for women,
minister's
it matters
time
when women are
has
in the room.